Forrester, you're interrupting this procedure.
Your Honor, I apologize.
I'm just about to make a ruling on this matter, and you're out of order. Bailiff, remove her.
Your Honor, please. I feel I have something to say that will make a difference.
Let's go, ma'am. Judge, may I say something?
No, you may not, Counselor. Just a minute, Bailiff. What is it, Mrs. Forrester?
Well, it has to do with the reasons why Miss Cortez should not be deported.
What is it, Selena? Well, Maggie.
You busy?
Yes, I'm busy, but that's all right.
I think Selena must have gone out on an errand.
And did you come here to fill in for her, yeah?
No, that's not why I came by.
Suppose you tell me why you did come by.
Well, I had the most incredible inspiration today.
And I couldn't wait until I got home.
Maybe it could have, but with Sheila there and all, I thought maybe we need a little more privacy.
Oh, I see. This has to do with Sheila, does it?
Indirectly. I don't know, I just started thinking, we have this woman in our house, and she's carrying your baby. And it started me thinking about another baby.
What other baby?
Our baby.
You came here to talk to me about us having a baby.
No, James, I don't want to talk about it. I want to do it.
Sheila, here's lunch. A veggie sandwich on barley bread, sliced apples, and wheatgrass juice. Don't forget to meditate before you eat, Maggie. I mean, don't forget to gag before you eat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Now, that could just be a pizza, man. Whew. Mother,
Hello, Sheila.
what are you doing here?
You think I wouldn't come out after you told me that you were pregnant?
I asked you not to.
Oh, honey, I know that you and I have had our differences.
No, Mother, North and South Korea have differences. You and I share a revulsion for each other.
It's not that bad, is it?
What do you want? I was just getting ready to leave.
Where are you going?
I'm going to a fast food restaurant because I'm dying in here.
Would a box of French pastries help?
Is that what's in there?
I know your passion.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh, my wonderful little daughter. So misunderstood. Finally got your life together. Married to a wonderful man carrying his baby.
The testimony in this matter is finished.
With all due respect, Your Honor, there might be some information that you haven't heard.
What is it?
Well, if this young woman is returned to her country,
I know all that, and I've taken it into account.
well, then obviously she can't be deported.
Mrs. Forrester, she broke the law. Now, nothing new that you can tell us.
But, Your Honor, if she's returned to her country, it's an absolute certainty that she'll be executed.
I'm not going to argue with you. In fact, I have half a mind to cite you for contempt.
Your Honor, my attorneys are examining her petition for political asylum.
Come again?
She has a right to request political asylum. My family is going to help her with that.
Well, that's your prerogative, Mrs. Forrester. But in the meantime, Miss Cortez will be sent back to her homeland.
From child star to American legend, she turned tragedy into hope. Linda Lavin and Annette Funicello in her own true story. A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes. CBS Sunday.
Maggie.
I put a note on Selena's desk,
A note?
telling her to take the rest of the afternoon off.
What about the rest of my patients?
I already checked your book. There are no other patients.
You've got this whole thing worked out, haven't you?
Oh, that's the easy part. The hard part, on the other hand,
Well, I'm sure you'll work that out.
that's the intention.
Could I ask you just one question?
You already know where I like to be touched.
That wasn't the question.
Then stop talking.
This sudden desire of yours to have a baby. Well, it worries me just very slightly.
Honey, we can handle 2 babies.
No, we can handle a dozen babies. That's not the point. I just don't want you to be insecure.
Insecure. Does this look like I'm insecure?
No, it doesn't look like.
Well, then why would you say I'm insecure?
Does this have to do with Sheila? Are you being competitive?
James? No, I don't feel competitive with Sheila. She's not a threat to me. She's the birth mother of your child, that's all. I don't feel competitive with her. Because I know I have you. All of you.
Sheila, I know how much you want a baby and a wonderful man to love you. Now you have them both. Oh, honey, I'm so happy for you. You'll never guess what I've done.
What?
I rented out the farmhouse. I'm moving here. This baby is going to know his granny. And I'm going to get so close to my new son-in-law.
Mom, you've got your story a little convoluted.
I do?
Yeah, I'm pregnant with James's baby, but I'm not married to James.
You're not?
No, he's married to Maggie Forrester.
What?
The 3 of us, we live here together.
I knew it. I knew when you decided to stay here in California that crazy things were going to happen. This Maggie isn't pregnant too, is she?
Of course not.
Why are they married?
Well, James loves her.
You can live with this?
No, I can't. And I'm not going to have to much longer.
Sheila, what are you planning to do?
Look, Mom, no matter how much James loves Maggie, it's not going to work. I mean, they're different. They're too different. James needs someone who's intelligent and sophisticated, and he's not going to get that with Maggie. But he will get that with me. I've got a few more months before this body starts to change, Mother, so I'm going to make the most of it. And you're going to help me.
Your Honor, may I make a compromise suggestion?
I object, Your Honor. These people are making a mockery of this.
A woman's life is at stake here. We should hear all sides.
Right, enough. What is your suggestion, Mr. Hart? And make it quick.
Allow Miss Cortez to remain in the country while awaiting word on her application for political asylum. If it's denied, she's deported immediately. Give her one last chance, Judge, please.
About what?
We didn't make one that time.
How do you know?
I just do.
Then let's try again.
And again. And again. And again.
You know, darling, if it ever starts to bother you.
What?
Well, this plan to adopt Sheila's baby.
It's your baby, too.
But it does ask you a lot of you.
It was my idea, remember?
No, but you only agreed to it for me.
Of course I agreed to it. I love you. And I knew how important it would be to you for us to raise the baby. James, I'm not feeling stuck about this. Really, I'm not. We're doing this because it's what I want. I wouldn't have it any other way. Please don't worry. We're gonna go through with this. No second thoughts, okay?
But if there ever are, you'll tell me right away.
And then what? James, we're gonna have Sheila's baby. Now we're gonna have one of our own. And you know something? In 10 years, we won't remember which one is adopted.
Sheila, there is no way I can help you win this man over.
Oh, I'm not asking you to build a skyscraper. This is going to be a cinch.
No. I did not come out here to get caught up in another one of your games.
Well, you said you wanted to help. That's what you said, so that's what you're going to do. Look, I have a real sweet deal here, Mom. James is never going to throw me out, no matter what I do. I can be as overt, as direct as I want.
His wife is never going to stand for that.
Well, she's not going to have a lot to say about it, is she? I'm the breeder here. I'm the one carrying the progeny. I mean, they throw me out, they say goodbye to the next generation of Warwicks. Don't you see how exquisite it is?
It's wrong.
No, it's not. I didn't get myself pregnant, Mom. I didn't even seduce this man. It was Maggie who pulled the fast one. Yeah, it was, and now she's going to have to pay.
I don't like it.
Can you just agree with me on something for once? I don't ask that much of you. I'm not asking that much of you right now. Can you just go along with me on this, please?
What would I have to do?
Well, you're moving out here, right? So you're going to need to see some real estate all afternoon. And you won't be doing it alone.
Do you realize what you're asking of this court, Mr. Hart?
I'm asking for a little more time, Judge. That's all.
A little more time for this woman to disappear?
That is unfair.
I will not disappear. I give you my word.
It's not a shouting match. That's enough. Miss Cortez, you have been accused of illegally entering this country. And there's no question about your guilt. If I were to allow you to walk out of this courtroom for any reason, it would be negligence on my part, and I will not permit that.
I swear to you, Your Honor, I will not run off.
If your application for political asylum is denied, why wouldn't you run off?
Because I am a woman of my word.
Well, I'm sorry, young lady. That's just not good enough. Therefore, I'm going to rule that you be deported.
Please, Judge, don't do this.
Bailiff, please take her away.
Just a second, Your Honor. I am personally prepared to guarantee that Miss Cortez will not take flight.
Allure magazine asked its readers, what's the best shampoo and what's the best conditioner? 2 questions, 1 answer. Pantene Pro V. Allure readers agree.
For hair so healthy, it shines.
How can you guarantee it, Mrs. Forrester?
Your Honor, would you consider placing her in my custody?
Do you know what that means?
Yes, I do. I would be responsible for her.
She would have to live with you.
Your Honor, this is ridiculous.
Did you hear what I said, Mrs. Forrester? You would have to take her into your home. And if she ran off, you would be responsible.
I understand. I realize that.
Your Honor, with all due respect, this is beyond the authority of this court.
No, it isn't, Ms. Emerson. The authority of this court is to rule on this matter however I see fit. And don't think for one moment that I would take it lightly if Miss Cortez disappears.
I would never presume to think that, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Cortez, you may remain in this country while your application for political asylum is being processed. However, if it is denied, you are back in San Carlos on the day of the ruling. In the meantime, I place you in the custody of Mrs. Stephanie Forrester. And this hearing is adjourned.
And this is Maggie Warwick. Maggie, my mother, Molly.
Hello.
My mom's moving to L.A.
Really?
Whereabouts will you be staying, Molly?
Well, I was hoping that
What's the matter with you? Are you feeling all right?
Nothing, nothing.
Don't tell me nothing. You're obviously in pain, Sheila.
I'm not in pain, James. It's just morning sickness, that's all.
Well, do you think you should go lie down in your room?
I can't. I've got to take my mom to show her some houses.
Well, you're certainly not doing that. Not now.
The appointments are made for today and tomorrow morning.
Oh, honey. Not if you're not feeling well.
I'm fine, Mom.
Sheila, you're not going anywhere.
Well, who's going to take you around then?
I don't know.
Would you do it, Maggie?
Me?
Well, if you don't mind, yeah, just for a couple of hours today and then tomorrow.
I'll do it.
No, James, it's all right. I'll go.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
But you put yourself right to bed, you understand?
I'll make sure she does.
Yeah. James, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course, honey.
Yeah, come on.
You take your time, Mother. You take your time out there today, okay?
Mrs. Forrester, how can I ever thank you? You just saved my life.
Don't make me regret what I've done.
I won't. I promise.
Claudia, we need you to sign some papers.
Excuse me.
Thank you, Mother. But the question is why?
Because it was the right thing to do.
I know it was. And listen, you can count on Claudia. She's not going to bolt.
You seem to know her very well.
I know what kind of person she is.
Well, I don't, so I guess time will tell. I want you to do something for me.
Name it.
I did this for you. Now I want you to help me put the family back together again.
You mean with Ridge?
I mean with Ridge and Taylor.
What do you want me to do?
Thorne, however justified you may have felt, you interfered. You came between Ridge and Taylor, and I don't want you to ever do that again.
I'll do what I can.
I want more than that, Thorne. I want you to go and see Taylor. I want you to talk to her. I want you to get her to put her differences with Ridge aside. I want them married. I came here for you, as much for you as I did for that young woman. I came here and I put myself personally on the line, as well as the family. I want you to do this for me, Thorne.
I'm all set.
Fine. I suppose the best thing would be, Thorne, if you took Claudia up to our house. When I come home later in the day, we'll work out the living arrangements.
Mrs. Forrester, again, I am very grateful. I don't know why you did this. I know you don't like me.
But maybe in time that will change.
We'll see.
Well, I guess we will see you at home. You ready?
Who knows, I may need you as much as you need me, Claudia.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, if he loses, how much is O.J. Simpson really worth? We'll investigate later.